Hi Aquarius, welcome into a general weekly reading for you. I hope you're doing well out there. You have a very gentle, very peaceful, almost angelic kind of energy about you throughout this week period. And this may not be new for you, but it's being noticed. It's drawing in the right type of energies for you. I wouldn't be surprised if you're an empath and a healer. And I do feel like this is a very spiritually connected, very changing kind of week for you. But with that said and done, I do have 5 pre-pulled cards on the board with the bottom of the deck energy as well, being the Hierophant, supporting what I just said about it being a changing week. But I also feel like structure is part of your week. You implementing or re-implementing and continuing structure in your personal life, but as well when it comes to work and for a lot when it comes to connections maybe, and self-care specifically is what I'm getting. But the overall energy we have on the board is the bright and colorful, if I could spit it out, 3 of Wands. You know how sometimes at certain points, along your path when things are so peaceful and maybe even grounded all the meanwhile that you just kind of stumble a bit? That's kind of the vibe and energy I'm getting for your week period. Doesn't mean there isn't perfection at certain points in you being on point with what you're doing, very efficiently. It doesn't feel like it's a negative week at all, but I do feel like that's going to come to be at certain points. Sorry to say. But the 3 of Wands coming through because, Aquarius, you're looking forward, and this is meant to be, because I feel like you've had a very difficult past being drawn to this reading. A lot of stuff that you don't speak upon and stays within the closet or behind closed doors, or kept within is the wording coming through. But it's as if you don't even realize to the fullest extent or at all that you have this bright future ahead for you. And I feel as if Spirit's saying, well, let's prepare for it, all right? It starts within, it starts with you. What do you want to change? How do you want envision things to look differently? It's okay if you need to start from, page 1 in regards to how to move forward differently. Okay, that was weird wording, but it came out for a reason. I was going to try to say, it's okay if you need to start again in regards to reconstructing, visualizing that vision, if you will, okay? That picture of how you wish to see your path changing and proceeding moving forward, right? And I feel as if this week also reminds you to trust in the divine timing of your individual path, because it's as if you I'm hearing stress yourself out or make yourself nervous, question when something's going to come to be, when something's going to take off. Will I meet this person, or will this person commit to me, in the future? Don't stress it, okay? Because I feel as if you naturally are a manifester in this world, in this lifetime, plus some, but it just feels like you're going to affect things, let's just say negatively, to be completely honest, if you continue to or begin to or randomly worry, concern yourself, stress, okay? But moving on to the beautiful Empress energy. It feels like a week, Aquarius, where you want to start new. Good. In the first attempt, which I did at like nearly 6 minutes of the reading, the overall energy was the Page of Cups, and it did feel right, but the 3 of Wands feels more accurate for your reading. And so that was definitely leading that reading off by saying things can't stay the same, right? You're needing to feel this fresh energy. You're needing to feel anew within and outside of you. But I want to say as well that there's a nourishing kind of energy about you. Your energy nourishes certain aspects of your world, maybe other people. It definitely helps the overall outcome change for you. But I feel like you're watering things of importance. I did as well get the 7 of Pentacles in the last attempt, or one of which, but I feel like you can't help but take certain moments throughout the week and just stare at certain objects or, your own work maybe to stare at somebody. And that could be a little awkward if, they're not looking to be stared at, or if you're not close. But as I was just zoned in on looking at the card, that's purposeful, all right? It's very spiritually connected and guided. You're going to be feeling different, all right? And this has come up in many past Aquarius readings, and you definitely could be new to this channel, to my readings. But either way, I feel like you're going to need to embrace, again, the new. It doesn't feel like life can continue in the same way. You're going to as well find that your emotional strength is part of this week. I was just shown the King and the Queen of Cups. Now, when we turn that in the reversal and you let things get the best of you or get to you, which I don't feel like happens much for you recently, or in general, that's when you lose control over the outcome for you. Okay, that obviously came out for a reason, but the Justice card is the third card on the board. You're receiving justice throughout this week, Aquarius, and it's much needed. It's desired. And for a lot, it's been a waiting period or just a desire, maybe a demand from Spirit in the universe for a while. I just heard demand it from yourself. Love that. Demand it from yourself. Be somebody who can use discernment, right? Challenge yourself. And apply yourself to the point of this justice snowballing moving forward. All right. Now, that's also speaking upon the difficulties that you've had to deal with, right? Overcome, adapt to, even continue for a lot. Okay. Due to the troublesome life that a lot of you have lived, rewinding back, but due to just life itself. Okay. Certain devil type of energy aspects. But I do feel like you are going to be seeing things being made up for. Okay, that's the energy coming through. Wow. I was just being pushed to very closely, powerfully look at the crown here, but more so just the face in general. There's almost this kind of peaceful seriousness about you where there is laughter and happiness obviously scattered throughout the week period, but it just feels like there's this feeling of Spirit putting a crown on your head. It slipped off or winding back, okay? Or it may have never, for some John to the ring, to be honest, felt like there was one, okay? And this is going to come in the form of honoring, respect, people letting you do what you do best and even wanting more of it. People thanking you, complimenting you, admiring you, choosing to bond with you, maybe even defending you. Definitely reminds me of someone defending me at work, and it was just so unexpected. And it wasn't even a moment where I needed it or even desired it. Like the person that was saying something to me was just joking. And I definitely don't take things to heart in that sense for the most part. But I feel like they were trying to make a point. You know what I mean? And so, yeah, it's a week of justice. It's a week of feeling this crown kind of energy within you and outside of you coming to be. You may even feel, oh, I just got an image of me taking a crown off my head and placing it on someone else. I love that. It's as if you're not afraid to, or it's as if you're not going to stop yourself from, or let life stop you from honoring other people, other aspects of your life, and making people feel important, wanted, and special. That's really, really to be treasured. You're to be treasured, and I feel like this week highlights that. It's as if you're not remembering, again, how bright your future is. We will remind you left and right, time and time again, if you don't stop it, is what I just heard. But I do feel as if this week as well reminds you, Aquarius, you're in the driver's seat. You forget this time and time again. For me, I know it's definitely due to the unexpected twists and turns in my life, but as well the spirituality, the connection that I have to such an extreme extent, having a huge team of spiritual guides. And so it might be the same for you, might be completely different, and it doesn't have to be limited to just one aspect or one thing in your life, but you are steering the ship. I was just given an image, literally from my perspective, which happens a lot, of me on a boat, okay? A ship, sorry. But moving on to the Queen of Swords. I again heard the word discernment, but it feels like there's a stern way about you. I'm going to get this done. If I have to do it over and over, reminding me of these readings, I will do so. Wow, I should have closed that door because of the energy on the other side. But I do feel as if you're going to be learning more about what is going to be released, maybe when and how. And this is going to really help you with your confidence moving forward. And it's going to help you feel more patient, as I was just tapping my fingers on the desk. It does feel like temperature as well as part of your week, some of which, like myself, it is super hot here still, are heating up, okay? Even sweating, but I feel as if your skin complexion is part of this week, your weight is part of this week, your health overall. Remember, Aquarius, your health is your freaking wealth, okay? And I feel like this is going to be part of the reasoning that you're meant to be honored, okay? Because you're looking pretty good, you're feeling good, or better rather. But they're now drawing me to the fact that we have um, 4 out of the 5 cards, all of the 4 cards besides the major arcana, interesting to me to say that, besides the major overall energy, all have crowns, okay? All people, one of which is male, with crowns, okay? But I just didn't want to give away the last card. But yeah, we're needing to use this Queen of Swords energy to our advantage throughout the week and surrounding it, and not to our disadvantage, all right? You may even find this is coming into play to assist other people, or one person in particular. You know, giving people advice, being stern, honest with somebody, helping somebody otherwise. But also there's a highlighting, as I'm seeing the Devil card, on temptation, okay? Overworking yourself, a little bit of difficulty here and there, stumble here and there. But I do feel as if Spirit's saying, again, you're in the driver's seat. So what, oh, excuse me, as I was so distracted by that car. What do you want to change? How should you be changing things? You can't expect to be doing something over and over or time and time again and to see different results, okay? That would just be ridiculous. But I also feel like someone in your life is absolutely ridiculous. They're a goofball or just eccentric, and I do sense that this is going to be interesting, to say the very least. And I want to say that they are a delight, okay? Maybe a sloppy delight, but they're a delight. Anyways, they're really pointing someone out that I work with. But anyways, I really feel like, okay, that's kind of the energy as well. It's like, okay, anyways, on to the next, on to the next. I don't know why I just shared that. I don't know why I just wanted to do that or applied myself there, or skipped over something. Anyways, on to the next. I feel like a lot of you are busy, and are choosing to be. Moving right along, my friend. The Queen of Wands being the last on the board because you are going to be feeling bold and passionate at certain points. They're saying not the entire week, but this is needing to be utilized again to your advantage. And so naturally, I feel like you're within your feminine, caring nature throughout the week, having 2 queens on the board. But I want to go back to the fact that I mentioned all of these have crowns. This threw me off because that didn't look like a crown to me, excuse me, at first. But did you see how I just laughed it off when I struggled and was messed with spiritually? You need to do the same throughout the week. It's going to be essential for you. I want to pull a couple more. Wow, that's not in place. It's really bothering me. Keywording. We have the 7 of Pentacles. Did we not mention that? Was that in this attempt? You may as well feel like the days are blending. The days are feeling very much, okay, the same for some, or at least a good chunk of the week. It does feel like time is going by quite quickly. It might be because you're busy. It might be because you're enjoying yourself. Even when you're not enjoying yourself, time may just speed on by. It's like that work shift, done, okay, on to the next. But I feel like you are going to need to take a deep breath at certain points. Have patience. Things are going to affect you, but you're putting in the work even when you don't want to. And I feel like this consistency, this determination, and applying yourself, utilizing the skills that you have within you, it's leaving you with results. Okay, it's leaving you with justice. Absolutely beautiful. The time is now for these Aquarians drawn to this reading to finally see things work out. All right, to get to a new beginning of importance that. It's feeling like for a while, for a lot of drawn to the reading, it just wasn't going to come to be, or something else was getting in the way of it, or multiple aspects of your life. It doesn't have to be delayed much longer, okay? But looking at it as a delay is not the right choice. Looking at it as purposeful divine timing orchestration, that's the right choice. We also have the 2 of Pentacles on the board. I feel like it's a week of going through a necessary balancing act, okay? Getting things done, resting, and definitely finding that balance in your life again. But I do feel like part of the reason why you're receiving this necessary and desired, even demanded justice once again, is because you're doing things so efficiently and going through what feels like a dance with life in certain aspects of your world. But I also feel like the High Priest is coming out because it's a very spiritual week for you, and it's a week of using your intuition to your advantage. I do want to wrap this up by saying this is a very important week for you when you're meant to look, where you're meant to look forward towards your bright Aquarian future. All right? So if this was truly helpful, I'm sending you so much love and light.